on TubeTalk.
Welcome back to you, Douglas Bosma. What's the best thing happened to you today?
I got a bat today.
What kind of bat?
New Balance.
Cricket bat.
Yeah.
Just keep growing. But I'm still taller than you. We had an official measure off. I've got that much on you.
Yeah, you do.
If I was taller than you, if you were taller than me, you'd have to buy the bat yourself.
Oh, luckily I'm not as tall as you then.
Lucky. Cricket season starts next season. Next week. Not next season. Alright, Doug, we've got some important stuff to talk about today.
Yeah.
What's up front?
The charity auction items.
Yeah, so in the next day or so, you're going to get, everyone will be emailed out some charity auction items. We've got 20 auction items raising funds for Dion Smart that we've talked about. It's next Friday. People can bid by phone. They can call me, email me, tell me what they like, bid on it. You'll get the auction items. There's some amazing prices. Items. Trips to Sydney, corporate boxes, accommodation, fishing gear, amazing signed memorabilia, 20 dozen bluff oysters, fresh in season. Whole bunch of stuff, guys. Get it, have a look through when you get it. Please support strongly. Let me know what you'd like to bid on next Friday. I will bid for you. That's my push, Doug.
That sounds like one hell of an auction. I'll be bidding on that.
Yeah, good.
Last week,
What else been happening?
the Hawke's Bay meeting was called off, so we didn't have as many runners as we'd like to have.
No, so we lost all runners.
Yeah.
But just been so wet, both New Zealand and Australia. I think there's some doubt that the big Sydney meeting's going to go ahead this Saturday, to be honest. But we'll see. Yeah, when will the rain stop, people?
That's a good question. Still managed to have two winners though, which were both European imports. So Otira won at Eagle Farm on Saturday.
Yeah, he's won 3 of his last 4. He's just a really good stay. Horse sat last, too good for them, buried them. Gave half a thought to running in the Queensland Cup this weekend, but he can make so much money working through the grades. We'll just go for another race over 2,200 metres instead the following week. Very, very good horse. It's going to be aimed at some pretty good races in the next preparation.
And Alabama won at Warwick Farm on Monday.
He did second win in a row. Came out, city meeting, $60,000 race. Strong late, got up on the line, and look, he's going to go 2,400 to 200 metres. He's just going to step up, and as he does, he's just going to get better. People, I've spoken about it before, all these European imports, we pick the right horses, they win. We're going to Tasmania the end of this month. I'll be emailing out to see who's keen. If you've got the heart for winning big races in Australia, then get involved.
And then This Is Dramatic was a good second at Riccarton.
She was really good second. Sat outside the leader, a bit uncomfortable on the bit. Didn't really want to be there. Fought hard for second. She's up to about 90% now. She's bang on for the 1,000 guineas. Next month she'll have one more run before that in the Group 3.
And then a big mention to Up and Under, which is our first Northern Hemisphere runner.
Yeah.
And he got third.
Fantastic, and you'll see the video here as I speak about him. Look, we've started to buy horses in the Northern Hemisphere to develop them up there. Joseph O'Brien, one of the greatest trainers in the world, is training this horse. He sat back, great turn of foot, over a mile on debut as a 2-year-old, hit the line hard. He looks a really, really good colt for a 3-year-old. We will aim him at Royal Ascot next year, and then in next year he'll come down to Chris Waller to be trained for the Australian Cups races. Great, that's a really wonderful program that we're doing with these horses now. He's the first, so I think it's going to be very successful. He's really exciting.
This week on Friday at Port Macquarie, race 7, we have quality time.
Port Macquarie, the Port Macquarie Cup, $200,000 race. Quality time, we all know how good he is. One of our imports, he's won his last 2 races by panels. He's a $1.65 favourite for this. Couple of question marks. One is the weather. I don't think he's really going to like a wet track, and if it might be heavy. So if it's heavy, he may not run. That could just put an element of doubt in our minds. If it's not and he runs, he'll be able to sit handy. He's racing in great form. He's very strong. He's awfully hard to beat. If he was to be scratched, we would look maybe running at Caulfield next Wednesday in a 2400 metre race.
At Cranbourne, race 2 is Flame of Venice.
Second up, really good run first up. She's got shuffled back at the wrong time. Steps up to 2,000 metres, which really suits. Cranbourne doesn't suit her. It's a tight turning track, and she really wants a big long track. Barrier 1, so she should be able to sit quite handy. Concern is how wet it's going to be again. It's probably going to be a heavy track, and it's just a question mark about how she handles that. But she's ready to win if she can get to the right part of the track, and she handles the going. If she does those things, she's an excellent chance. She's progressive.
On Saturday at Hawera, race 4 is Rock Island 9.
He goes 1400 metres, he drops a kilo, so he's down to 58.5. Kozia Sale back on, who rides him well. Outside draw, but that might be a bonus. I think the track is going to end up getting quite heavy if the weather forecast is correct, and if that's the case, I think we can see him bounce back. I think he'll be able to sit back, he'll be able to come wide, and he'll be able to finish off really strongly. The wet track won't bother him.
At Matamata, race 10 is Starry Beale.
So he's getting ready for the New Zealand Cup. He was meant to run last week. The race was called up Hawke's Bay. Matamata's probably going to be a weak track. I think it's probably going to be heavy. Does not suit him at all. He's flying. The horse is going great. We haven't applied the blinkers to him yet. 2,000 metres really suit. Wet track doesn't. Wet track will probably stop him. If he runs sort of 5th, 6th, 7th, we're going to be pretty happy. He's just waiting for better track conditions, a little step up in distance, and he'll be ready to strike.
Eagle Farm on Saturday, race 8, we have Hasbro and Stardom.
Yeah, double up Hasbro and Stardom. They Quinella'd the race they were in last start. Hasbro gets off really well at the right weights, it's just set weights and penalties. He's got the outside barrier draw of 9 though, that makes it difficult. So Brodie Lloyd's going to have to work out whether he goes forward or back. Horse is flying. Weight suit. It's a stronger field than last start, so a little bit more depth to it, but he's ready to win. Stardome, he won last start. He's a stayer, but he won over 1350. He goes to 1400 metres. We've kept him free. She's got a better draw than Hasbro 6. So he'd probably be able to settle probably midfield. I think there'll be more pace on than last start, which will suit him. If he's fresh enough still, he's a definite winning chance. If he's just a little bit down after that fresh up run, he'll still run well, but looking for more ground. Both chances.
Then at Ramwick on Saturday, race 9, we have the Atishu.
Atishu, she's had no luck, this horse, no luck at all. And finally we get a good draw, barrier 2, and I think it's the right race for her to get her confidence back in. It's a mile, she loves. It's against fillies and mares, she gets on really well at the set weights and penalties. Conditions of the race. Problem being how wet the track gets, you know. If it's a heavy 10 and she's barrier 2 and gets caught on the inside, you know, we could be in trouble. But if the track's okay and she handles it, she's an awfully big winning chance. It'll come down to track conditions. She's going really well. She just needs an ounce of luck. Good winning chance. Love to see her bounce back and get her confidence back up.
And then we move on to bit of the week.
And who's doing the bit of the week this week, Dave?
Well, me, because my bit of the week is Suspiria to yours. On Saturday at Caulfield, race 2, we have Purple Sector.
Yeah, he's going flying, Purple Sector. Second on the Bill Ritchie last start. 1400 metres really suits, I think. Great jockey, Blake Shin. Awkward draw of 10, but often there's a lot of speed on at Caulfield. So, yeah, $6. I think he's over the odds. I like your selection. Purple Sector.
Paying $6.
$6. 5 each way on that. It's about $40 for you. Now, one other thing, Doug, is next week we have got no Tube Talk.
Yeah.
Because having a little break because we've got the golf tournament on. So the fundraiser. So we will be back the following week.
Will be.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
And now the derby is up for grabs, passing the 3. It's Golden Sword who leads from Age of Aquarius. See the Stars, the Yellow Jacket, Fame and Glory. Ridden along, Kitewood fades away. Rip Van Winkle tries to close. Golden Sword on the front end, leads passing the 2. See the Stars in the yellow colours, and Fame and Glory are out after the leader. Then Age of Aquarius, Rip Van Winkle. Golden Sword being gathered in by See the Stars. Now the stamina questions will be answered inside the final furlong. See the Stars from Fame and Glory, Rip Van Winkle late on the scene down the outside. See the Stars will complete the Guineas and Derby double.